In the Bitterroot tonight, Ravalli County Commissioners aren't going to take a position on a proposed float permit system for the Upper Bitterroot River. The board is content to see how the state's proposed controls are going to work out. For more than a year, Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks has been working with commercial outfitters, wade fishermen and others to develop a system to head off overcrowding on the Upper Bitterroot above Darby. The proposed changes would set limits on the number of commercial outfitters and even set up some daily closures on the river to spread out use, especially on the popular West Fork. County commissioners weren't sure whether to write a letter to comment on the changes, facing a nearly empty meeting room and limited input.
In the years intervening, when I haven't fished so much, there hasn't ever been any kind of a developed way to determine exactly how much of that traffic is guide and private float. As much commercial guiding as is purportedly done on the river, I'd like to know that.
The one outfitter that was on hand said the process of developing the regulations had been extensive and did involve all the user groups, an important point given the economic impact of fishing.
You know, as a guide and outfitter, yeah, I feel like it's a little overreaching on the regulation side, but there were other people who were private anglers that wanted more regulation and didn't think they got enough. But the process itself was very fair. And I think we have to balance, you know, certainly resident anglers and their rights, but we also have to look at the impact from non-residents coming in. And it's not just guides and outfitters. I mean, they're using hotels, lodging, retail.
Commissioners did have some concerns about how the controls will impact not only fishing, but recreational floating, but they felt the system should be allowed to work.
That's the only thing I see that I would probably object to, and I know that may not be popular with the wade fishermen, but I think if you're planning a family trip up the West Fork, and that's a big section of time too, July to September.
Like you said, nobody probably got everything, but it almost sounds like a pretty decent collaboration.
Commissioners voted not to send a letter to comment on the proposal. FWP will accept your comments until the 13th of October.